Well, good, blessed afternoon, beautiful, precious ones. I had to look at the clock to see what time it was because I spend so much time at that desk that I actually lose track of time. I hope and pray as usual all is well. Had no intentions of getting up here today, but before I run out and get back working my yard something that I rarely do, but um, it got to be done. But anyways, I was listening to the reason why I am up here is to bring awareness to those that's monetized and you have ads running. I listened to this young man. I actually had subbed to him and then I unsubbed so that I could sub back, that I could get all of his notifications. But then I forgot to sub back. But I did, and I did again yesterday to make sure that I get all of his notifications because he is truthful in what he is saying and doing. He does not talk about the Lord, and I admire anyone that speaks truth. Whether you talk about the Lord or not, but what you're doing is good. Whether some see it as bad or not, it doesn't matter. As long as the Lord is not saying you don't feel in your spirit to not do it, then you are fine. And I'm so thankful that anything I feel in my spirit not to do, 9 out of 10 times I don't do it. And I can't say that I'm always obedient because I'm not. But when it comes to this social media, which I don't even, we don't even have to be up here. And I definitely don't have to be here because I don't make not one dime. I'm not even trying to get monetized. I'm not even trying to blow up off of anyone. I'm thankful to the Lord for how he has shown me to put extra dollars in my pocket, to make me holler, although money don't move me. Never have. Money never has moved me. I mean, I guess, I did like for it to come in. It's not so that I could have a fine home, a car, not the nice former home that I had. I only got that home because of my mom, so when she looked out the window after she had that stroke and was paralyzed, my birth mom, and she would just see beautiful flowers because that's what I promised her. And I like to keep my promises. I like to keep my word. That's a big part of being a Christian, is being authentic and being real, not being fake and phony, no matter how you are. Because see, one thing about it, there are some things that we can stop doing, but in order for this inside to get cleaned up, only God can do that. Only God can clean the heart and the mind, renew the mind. Only he can do that. Only God can help us to be born again. Because in order to be saved, we have to be born again. That's not why I'm up here. Let me get up. Let me say what I'm up here to say and get out of here. God, heaven knows I hate to leave. I was in all day Saturday. Enjoyed every minute. I didn't even go out that door. I opened up the door, because in the morning, for that nice cool breeze. I love it. And yesterday I was home until late, and then I decided to go out to get my avocados and a few more things that I had to pick up, and came on straight back home. But then I forgot to get my romaine, so I have to take my trash out, get my romaine, bring some things in from my car, and then I'm going to work in my yard and then come back and do some work in my home. So this is the reason why I am up here. And first I would say that, the lady talking about, how people only get views from using her name. She right. I use her name and I get a lot of views. And I just, talking on my own, just chit-chatting, whether I'm talking about the Lord or whatever, I get few views. But see, I see views as souls, not as dollar signs. as souls. So I am up here to talk about, I really didn't, last night, I watched someone that used to support me faithfully, and I hadn't seen any of their posts. I got no notifications from them, and so I had to go to my subscriptions and click on their name, and I listened to a post that they did, a video that they did, and I try to listen to the ads. Actually, what I do is I be working, I be busy, and I be listening, like, that's why I never cut my TV on. Rarely do I cut it on, because you gotta sit and watch, so in a video, I got to sit and watch, so I be listening. And there have been times where I stopped what I was doing and I commented. But last night, I went because I hadn't seen any, hadn't got any notifications from them. Precious, beautiful one. So, so I listened, and like I was getting ready to say, I let the ads run. And when the ad came on, immediately, I thought, well, what is this about? And I mean, immediately, I recognized it to be satanic. But I didn't want to judge. And let me explain to some what judging means. Because someone that talk about the Dash Lady, and they saying that they didn't like to judge people. Well, the Bible said the righteous judge of all things, first of all. That's biblical. And see, we need to know what judging is. Why come I didn't immediately say it was satanic, which would have been judging, because I didn't know. So therefore, I continued to listen. And the more I listened, I knew. See, there are things we know in our spirit. But for years, see, I've learned over the years, if you want to make some enemies, all you got to do is tell them the things that you sense and that you know in your spirit, and they will hate you. And when all you're trying to do is to help them. That's all what you're trying to do. There is nobody in this world that I will harm. There is no one in this world that I would tell something to hurt them. The truth hurts. Some people say, no, the truth don't hurt. Say a lie do. Both of them hurt. Truth be told, the lies hurt and truth do too, So I kept listening, and lo and behold, it's definitely satanic. So I don't know if YouTube choose the ads or how the ads come about. But I just say to anyone that listen to this, beware of those ads. And especially if you are professed to know the Lord, to be a Christian, you need to be careful of those ads. So today I was listening to this young man, and I listened to all his ads. One of them I had to make, it was a bit long, like I thought it would never end. So, I skipped it, but then the other ones I listened to because I said that I would, and it's helping them. It's putting money because he's doing the work, and so, and I listened, and lo and behold, every last one of them was something that helped somebody. One of them was even spiritual, talking about God. And guess what this person says? They don't profess to know God. I've heard them say this. I don't profess to be, well, he didn't say I didn't profess to be a Christian. He said, but I don't get up here and talk about God, something to that effect. And he don't. He used no profanity, none whatsoever. I haven't heard him use any profanity. Very comical, And I've shared, the green screen. I've done that with some of his posts, but mostly I just listen because everything he be saying is the truth. So I'm up here just to say, need to be, check out those ads that's on your page, because God holds us responsible for everything that we do and say and allow, especially if it's for money. You know, like I've said so many times before, I started out, using certain ones for content. I was lacking about 300 or 400 watch hours from having 3,000 watch hours. Now I'm down to 912. It's like the more I talked about DoorDash, the less it's like my watch hour. My watch hour just went down, 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 down. But let me tell you something. She's done two more. She's done another disgusting one to call herself a Christian. Disgusted, saying that the man wanted. Oh my God, I'm not going to do that one. Because it's not because I'm 73 and saved, sanctified, set apart. Even if I was saved, I wasn't disgusting like that. I didn't allow nobody to talk nasty, disgusting jokes and a lot of profanity. That turned me off, not on. And you think I'm gonna be a Christian and let that crap turn me on? No way. I don't let that stuff go into my head. I don't let it go into my spirit. I don't do that. What I do is I pray to keep that type stuff away from me. Now, don't think because I'm 73 that I'm dead, if you know what I mean, and that, I'm old and don't, young folk got it twisted. You got it twisted, We're not as naive and as slow and as dumb as what you think we are, and dead as what you think we are, I tell you, I'll get off of that, because we are to walk holy. We don't just we're not just supposed to talk it. We're supposed to walk it, and I'll tell anybody, yep, sometimes I fall short. But the sins that can send me to hell, or anybody to hell, I don't do. And I thank God for that. And with that being said, I would say Google this. If you don't, the best way to do it is to Google the sins that can send one to hell. And don't do those sins, y'all. As long as you don't do those sins, and if you are doing them, good Lord, I don't have no tissue in here. That surgery or no surgery, light bothers my eyes, and I still have to use drops in both of them, but I still have some problems with my left eye. And it's, I can't blame the Lord. When I say I got pain in my body, it's up to me to eat right all the time. Just mess up sometime, but I mess up too much. And to exercise, to do what's right. But this old flesh still a mess. It's still, I feed the spirit now, but I need to take care of this flesh too, But I'm going, get rid of some of this pain, and it is getting less and less and less. I'm doing something, but I need to either get back to the gym or get back walking around in my neighborhood, And that's what I need to do, and that's what I will do when this weather toned down some. I'm going to shed some of these pounds before it get cold, because when it get cold, I'm like a bear. I love staying home anytime, but when it's cold and the home is all clean and got a pot of soup, and a salad, and oh Lord have mercy, it's just heck. Well, I hate to compare it to heaven because it's not, So anyway, I said what I got here to say. I feel mighty good in my spirit, thanks be to the Lord, in spite of the little pain that I have. I'm used to it. That car back when I was 49 years old, it actually hit me when I was 48, But I started getting Social Security disability when I was 49. And so, I'm thankful for that, because the lady told so many people now trying to get Social Security. And the attorney that helped me told me, said, you got in just in time. Said, cause it's gonna be mighty hard. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because I know someone that started working when they was 16 years old, and they be in so much pain they can't stand up, they can't walk to the mailbox. Their body is messed up, and they can't get it. They can't get it. They've been trying. They've been turned down 3 times. Oh my goodness. So I say to anyone that really, really need it, I pray in the name of Jesus that you get it. But even when you get it, still, I like to use this word, hustle. See, I wasn't one that was raised with 2 parents, went to school, graduated, went to college, met the love of my life and married him, had all my babies by one man, and didn't club and didn't get high and drunk and whore and all of that. Didn't do any of that. I was the one that God is good. When I tell you I can write that book and it'll be a bestseller, I tell you it would, And I started too, and it just got so painful. When I got to the age of 23, I couldn't go no further, and I haven't touched it. That one book there, I haven't touched since I was, I think, 50. 49 or 50, Anyways, God bless you. Remember, wise men, boys and girls, still seek Jesus. He loves you, and so do I. All right, till next time. Bye-bye.